What up, Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands, NorCal. Thanks for joining me once again for another conversion video. Now, I love getting requests and recommendations on the comments for what viewers want to see next or what they want me to do. Last time I posted a video, one of my patrons and a really good friend of mine, the guy I went to Gen Con with, said, hey, why don't you do a build based off of the Heavy Metal movie, because we just ran through a Cthulhu scenario that was based around Heavy Metal. I thought, that is a great idea. Then I started thinking, how am I going to do that? I could go with the easy out and do the Corvette that was flying through space, or I could do Harry Canyon's Taxi, but those just seemed a little too obvious to me. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I decided to do a build based around the Loc-Nar, the green glowing ball that everybody is afraid of. This vehicle is going to be powered by the Loc-Nar. And to do that, we're going to be using this Hot Wheels Drift and Brake. Now, it's got a spot in the hood that the Loc-Nar is going to sit in, and it's going to look outstanding. I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it, so I hope you enjoy it. But first things first, you know what you got to do? You got to get this baby apart, get her into the strip.
My evil corrupts the most innocent.
Alright, so we're all stripped up, primed, and ready to go. For the base coat, I want to use something that's going to contrast well with the Technicolor Tesseract glow of the Loc-Nar. So I'm going to go with this occultist cloak. And I think it just kind of fits real well because, you know, the Loc-Nar has a lot of cultists with it. So that's what we're going to do for the base coating. For the inside, I am going to go through and just make all the shiny parts a little bit darker. I've got a Loc-Nar inspired powered engine that I'm going to be using that's going to be sitting on the inside right there. So I am going to need to get rid of that portion. I'll probably just cut that off and trim it up, so don't have to worry about that. I have some more Loc-Nar inspired weapons. Got a couple of heavy machine guns that are going to be on the side and a rocket launcher that's be going on top. It's going to fit in there perfectly. It's going to look awesome. Can't wait for those to come out. But first, let's get the base coat on there and we'll see what happens next. So, base it is.
You had your first lesson, young one.
Alright, now while the casting is drying, I do have these 3D printed bits that I came up with. Got a missile launcher, a couple of heavy machine guns, and the engine that I'm going to go through and just paint black, dry brush, and silver to bring out all the metallic parts. But then I'm going to go back and use the Tesseract glow to hit it up with the green to really bring out the aspect that, you know, this is the Loc-Nar and all of the bits and pieces of this build are being driven by the power of the Loc-Nar. So let's get that done and then we'll start looking at how we're going to get this thing together. Let's do it. Before I forget, I want to give a huge Wasteland thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Your help keeps the engines roaring, the armor bolted on, and the builds rolling out at Gaslands, NorCal. You want to join the convoy, support the channel, head on over to patreon.com/Gaslands, NorCal. Upgrade your apocalypse. Alright, everything is all painted up and ready to go. Now we're going to start the assembly process, which should be easy enough. But first, I want to talk about 3D bits. These 3D bits, I printed out myself and everything. One thing with 3D bits, and kind of castings in general, I always make sure that I have at least a couple, if not more, of each kind before I start the whole process in case I screw something up. It's a great practice to get into. Things break, they get lost, you drop them on your bench and you can't find them again. Your cat plays with them and you never see them again. So that's just what I do. So maybe it's a good tip for you too. Anyway, let's start getting this thing together. Should be pretty easy. I'm not going to drill out the top because the engine is going to fit perfectly right on there, and I've got everything underneath looking pretty good. So let's get it together and we'll see what happens next.
Alright, Wasteland Warriors, before you roll out, smash that like button, hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the chaos coming your way. Now let's get back to the carnage.
Alright, so for all intents and purposes, we're pretty much done. I just need to go through and maybe, there's like not any tail lights. The headlights, there's just like a silver patch in there, so not really any headlights or anything. So really it's just the dusting and then like doing in some, the panel liner for the in between the doors and stuff. So normally for dusting, I'll do, you know, a dust color like, let's see, you know, maybe a bone or something like that. But since this is going to be a Loc-Nar inspired build, I want to do dusting with some bright yellow-green. Again, a very light, just around the tires and stuff, just to give it more of the yellow-green glow. I may do some, I don't know, maybe some AK rust for the lines, for the panel liner and stuff. We'll see. But first, let's get the bright yellow-green on there. We'll see how it turns out and what else needs to be done. But this thing's looking badass. The Loc-Nar is a force to be reckoned with. Alright, and there we have it. One Loc-Nar inspired build. This is the drift and brake casting that I made this from. Custom missile launcher, custom engine, custom heavy machine guns, all Loc-Nar driven. I love the green, how the dry brush came through and everything. Even the panel liner with the rust, give it a little bit of wasteland, but not too much. Turned out awesome. Absolutely love it. Great movie, great soundtrack. Everything about it is just absolutely wonderful. Just a cornucopia of awesomeness from my childhood. And of course, I couldn't just stop there. I had to do a couple minis from one of my favorite scenes from the movie. Got Zeke and Edsel coming in, looking for their Plutonian Nyborg. Figured maybe they're driving, who knows, you know, looking for some more Plutonian Nyborg. Gotta go along with it. I had a great time doing this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know, hit me in the comments. What do you want to see next? This is where this one came from. Definitely hit me up in the comments. Had a great time, like I said. Next time, we'll see what happens. Maybe do some rusty chains, maybe a big old truck. Who knows? Until next time, Gaslands and NorCal, signing out.
Hey, do we have any of that Plutonian Nyborg left?
Yeah, just one big. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time in the Wastelands.